Day 4. Chip Whistler and Met Atten work together for the day. Original Vagineer receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. The shotgun man searches for firewood. Cyrix tries to spear fish with a trident. Mindflayer, Senpai, Windsweep, and Charlotte Emily hunt for other tributes. Haim goes hunting. Mr. Puzzles hunts for other tributes. Courage the Cowardly Dog is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Shang Tsung and M. Bison split up to search for resources. Zymla discovers a river. Dr. 4T camouflages himself in the bushes. Monster diverts Vox's attention and runs away. Engina receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Azura makes a slingshot. Shark begs for Otis to kill him. He refuses, keeping Shark alive. Dr. Light sprains his ankle while running away from Fandroid. Anixel searches for a water source. Forrest Blackwell scares Technoblade off. Helga runs away from Rick Prime. Pico tends to Sonic.exe's wounds. Boyfriend receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Senator Armstrong diverts Vince McMahon's attention and runs away. Rex Dangavist, Jotaro Kujo, Darnell, and Jimmy Carter hunt for other tributes. The Mountain Man thinks about home. Una receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Overlord hunts for other tributes. Stupidface receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Miles Edgeworth, Kevin Nash, Ender, Ilani, and Payne's Cupcake hunt for other tributes. Oogway searches for firewood. Girlfriend stalks Minbit. Isaac and Very Cancerous Rodent hunt for other tributes. V2 tries to sleep through the entire day. Lee Bear begs for Rick Rude to kill him. He refuses, keeping Lee Bear alive. Makoto Nagi sprains his ankle while running away from Mecha. Tenna thinks about home. Lord Vortex sprains his ankle while running away from Pearlhua. Greyman receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Lord Business camouflages himself in the bushes. Bad Cop questions his sanity. Bart Wayne makes a slingshot. Flowey searches for firewood. Big John Inatter goes hunting. Tabuya questions his sanity. King Cobberface tends to unspeakable swoons. Scumbine receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Moosecraft searches for a water source. Dr. Sawyer discovers a cave.
Fallen tributes. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Herald. District 2.
Night 4. Vince McMahon thinks about home. Lord Vortex receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Ender tries to sing himself to sleep. Greyman defeats Jotaro Kujo in a fight, but spares his life. Overlord quietly hums. Dr. Light tries to sing himself to sleep. Stupidface, M. Bison, and Sonic.exe sleep in shifts. Lord Business fends Senpai, Moosecraft, and Charlotte Emily away from his fire. Big John Inatter stays awake all night. Miles Edgeworth is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Tenna cooks his food before putting his fire out. V2, Unspeakable, Rick Prime, and Forrest Blackwell sleep in shifts. Minbit is awoken by nightmares. Pearlhua tries to sing himself to sleep. Rick Rude sets up camp for the night. Mr. Puzzles and Darnell talk about the tributes still alive. The Mountain Man tries to sing himself to sleep. Shark stays awake all night. Senator Armstrong thinks about home. Dr. 4T thinks about winning. King Cobberface, Chip Whistler, and Fandroid discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Bad Cop, Technoblade, the Shotgun Man, Haim, and Courage the Cowardly Dog sleep in shifts. Yunu, Otis, Shang Tsung, Cyrix, and Anixel sleep in shifts. Tabuya, Very Cancerous Rodent, Boyfriend, and Scumbine sleep in shifts. Lee Bear screams for help. Jimmy Carter screams for help. Ilani and Original Vagineer sleep in shifts. Oogway cries himself to sleep. Vox climbs a tree to rest. Payne's Cupcake severely slices Windsweep with a sword. Mind Flayer convinces Floey to snuggle with them. Mecha thinks about winning. Girlfriend cooks her food before putting her fire out. Kevin Nash defeats Rex Dangavist in a fight, but spares his life. Bart Wayne tends to his wounds. Pico tries to treat his infection. Monster begs for Helga to kill him. She refuses, keeping Monster alive. Met-Atten receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Dr. Sawyer sees a fire, but stays hidden. Enjana receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Zymlu, Azura, and Makoto Nagi sleep in shifts. Isaac sees a fire, but stays hidden.